Talk about this because ADHD is a chronic condition affecting millions globally. The disorder is characterized by hyperactivity, concentration issue, and impulsivity, leading to significant academic, professional, social, and family challenges. Hannah Bookbinder, an ADHD and executive functioning skills coach, has developed strategies to enhance the lives of individuals struggling with ADHD. And she joins us live to tell us all about it. Hannah, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bree. Thank you for having me here today.
Of course. So I really want to talk about this. You have kind of created this whole curriculum almost. You created a book, you have an app surrounded by helping folks with ADHD and executive functioning skills. Why do this?
Well, I think that there's a really big misunderstanding about this population because a lot of people think that if they just try a little bit harder and put in a little bit more effort, then everything is going to be fine. In reality, these individuals are just wired differently. There's neurodivergence here. And it's kind of like, as John Rady and Ned Hallowell, two well-known ADHD experts, say, it's like having a rocket-powered engine that is supposed to be stopped by bicycle brakes. You got a lot of power and creativity and imagination that's kind of very difficult to slow down. So I wanted to be a part of this community to be able to help them and to empower them.
So tell us about your app that you created. It's called My Toad. And I think we've seen apps similar to this that's helping folks with maybe their concentration, their memory, their attention to detail, things like that. But what makes My Toad app a little bit different?
Question, Bree. TOAD stands for Time Management, Organization, Accountability, and Dialing In. And there isn't another app on the market right now that addresses this cluster and this combination of executive functioning skills. It takes all of the things that you and I or anybody else would have to do over the course of the day and narrow it down into one location so that it's conveniently located. You can then empower yourself to be able to meet your deadlines, to be able to focus, hold yourself accountable, even be able to learn how to advocate for yourself just by using this one app.
And you are a ADHD an executive functioning coach. So you've worked with people hand in hand to help them kind of navigate through some of these issues. I mean, how big is this a kind of a roadblock in some folks' life? I hear all the time that ADHD is kind of a superpower to some people, but we do have to see those issues and we do see those situations where it is a little bit of a struggle for some folks. So what is that reality like?
So the reality is that unfortunately, ADHD puts people at greater risk for mental health issues like depression and anxiety. That's not unusual to see that combination. It also puts them at greater risk for dropping out of school, job loss. I mean, our country loses close to $200 billion per year just because of absences from jobs. So it's not just that these individuals are being impacted themselves, it impacts their families. There's a lot of fighting and upset that goes on in homes. And the implications are even further reaching because it's impacting our national economy. So it's really important for people like myself to be able to work with these individuals so that they can figure out how to outsmart themselves, how to create a list of tools and a toolkit that will enable them to meet with success.
How about some of the good things that comes from, being diagnosed or living with ADHD? Tell us about that.
Yes. So, and I'm glad that you brought that up because there are so many positive aspects to these individuals. They are some of the most compassionate people. What it's like to live in a world that's not really going to bend or cater to, their neurodivergence. So if they see people, even who have different disabilities or limitations, whether it's a diabetic or somebody who is visually impaired, they're some of the first people to reach out. They're incredibly creative. We have a lot of people who are famous who have ADHD, who are in the performing arts and in the world of arts and technology, who have managed to become successful in their own right. There are people who their strengths also include a tremendous, tremendous sense of humor. So, that's one of the things that I enjoy working with this community. They keep me on my toes all the time, and I'm constantly learning from them too.
Now, I want to talk a little bit more about your app that you created. How are you hoping overall? How are you hoping that this app will help bring order to someone who may suffer from ADHD's life?
So this app is helpful not just for the individual so that they can be successful in the office by meeting their deadlines or being able to balance a stay-at-home parent's schedule, whether it's carpooling or going to the grocery store, or it's also going to be helpful to student athletes who are balancing the challenges of academic rigor as well as athletic and social responsibilities. So we are reaching out to businesses, we're reaching out to athletic departments in schools as well as universities, and we're also reaching out to doctors' offices and mental health specialists, knowing how powerful and impactful this app has been so far to just get the word out and help as many people as possible.
I love this so much, Hannah. And let us know, because there's a book component to this as well. Let us know where we can get the book. And I'm assuming we just go to the App Store and download the app.
You can go to the App Store and download the app. You can get all of our information at our website, which is www.mytoad.com. And you can also follow us on all of our socials, which are Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, as well as Pinterest.
Hannah, thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about this. Pretty cool. I might download it.
Please do. I'd love to hear from you about it. I appreciate
Yes,
the chance to talk about this, Bree. It's really important.
of course. Thank you so much, Hannah.